All right, so here's an example where we're given point slope form. So if we're given point slope form, then we can identify the slope pretty easily, 1/7, right? So that's our slope. But what's a little trickier on this one is to identify the point. So remember that we always change the sign. So this is the x coordinate. So x1 is -5, and then y1 is +3, right? So our coordinate is -5. Our coordinate point is -5, 3. All right, and just let me back up for a second. Remember, this is point slope form. Okay, so remember that because these are negatives are built into the formula, we always change the signs when we find our point. Okay, so now I can plot that point, -5, 3. So that's right here. And then I have the slope is 1/7. So now once I have a point, I can use a slope to find the next point, right? And so I can go up and right, or I can go down and left since it's a positive slope. So I'm going to go up and right, up 1, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now I can connect the dots. And remember, by the way, with the slope, you can find as many points as you want, right? You can keep going up and right or down and left, and you can find more than 2 points. You can find an infinite amount of points, but we just need 2, right? That's the minimum we need to graph our line. All right, and there it is. So that's how you use point slope form: is you identify the slope, identify the point, plot the point, use the slope to find the next point. So similar to slope intercept form, except instead of our point being the y-intercept, it could be any point. Now remember, one thing you can do is you can also solve for y, right? If you wanted to use slope intercept form, you could distribute and then add 3 to both sides in this case, and isolate the y, and then you could use the slope intercept form method. So either way works. This is probably a little faster though. All right, so here's another example with point slope form. So here the slope is -2, or -2/1, right, to get the rise and the run. And then our coordinate point is +6, right? So we change the sign there, and -1 is our y coordinate. So 6, -1, so I can plot that, +6, -1. Oh, my numbers are a little out of whack here, so the +6, -1 is right here. All right, then I can use the slope to find the next point. So -2/1, I can go down and right or up and left. So I'll go down and right. So down 2, 1, 2, and over right 1. All right, so those are 2 points. Now I can connect the dots. And remember, by the way, I can keep going down and right, and keep finding more. I can go up and left. All right, so remember, you can find an infinite amount of points once again, but just need 2. All right, so remember to extend through the graph for full credit, and put your arrowheads on there as well. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Bring them to class, or send me an email, and hopefully this all makes sense, and we'll be ready to rock and roll in the lesson tomorrow.